When I was homeless, I met a man named Cowboy Titanium, who became one of my biggest inspirations. Years ago, I fell into homelessness through bad choices, risky decisions. I had a vision of creating music that could help create world peace. That was like my life goal. I was shooting for the stars. I knew it was like delusional, like to think that I could do that, but that was the goal: create music and help inspire people to be compassionate and world peace. And I mean, I was very naive, and a certain way, I'm still kind of doing that, just not really expecting at all that music will be able to create world peace. It's far more complex than that. But I don't believe or disbelieve. I'm just saying I've matured a lot. But back then, I was living with somebody who kicked me out because I didn't get a job. And I would have been willing to get a job. It was just like there was I don't know, an unhealthy dynamic, but also I was being stubborn and I did push them, so I don't like fully blame them or anything. But got kicked out, became homeless. I actually did get a job, but they still didn't want me back. It was like I don't know, it was unreasonable. But anyway, then I lost that job actually that I had. I was struggling, and I was still homeless, and there was a point where I was busking and I saw a really big man like walking down the street, but like I don't know, the way he walked was like chaotic. Like the closest thing I can think is like Jack Sparrow, you know, like that stumbling walk. But this guy was like huge, like taller than 6 feet, closer to 7 feet, maybe. I mean, I don't remember exactly how tall he was, but he was huge. And he started walking my way, and I'm busking, and I just look up and like smile and nod, or maybe I just looked him in the eye and nodded like out of respect. I do that with everyone. But then he circled back around, and like I was standing up, and he he kind of got my face like I was intimidating in a way, and like his voice was low and gravelly, but it was like I just saw him as a human being, and I heard the words he said, and we started having a conversation. He said that he also plays music, and I was like, oh, here, want to play? Or I think he might have asked me if he could play my guitar, and yeah, I was like open to it. And then there was an open mic I was practicing for, and I was like, hey, you can use my guitar for the open mic if you want. And yeah, he was actually really grateful for that, and we became friends after that. And then later, like whenever I was homeless, he someone else like took, like I left my stuff inside of a bush, and someone took it was either headphones or a microphone or something. No, yeah, it was headphones. Someone took my headphones, and they were like selling it for money or drugs or whatever. But Cowboy actually like knew everybody on the streets pretty much. Like he was like, I don't know, he was a big guy. He's homeless, and I mean, he's tough. He has a good heart, but he's tough. But basically, he recognized the headphones, and I was like somewhere else. I didn't even know any of this was happening. But he had the guy bring the headphones back to me, and he was like, "Oh, hey, we were gonna take this. Didn't know it was yours." Cowboy told me to give it back. So Cowboy just had that type of like older brother, like mentor mentality, vibe, or role in my life, and inspiration. He also sang, and he would support me and like hype people up, and he was a big inspiration. And he inspired Cowboy Titanium inside this Saga story. It's not the exact same character, but a lot of the same emotional core inside of the superhero Saga vast series I'm creating with Cowboy inside of it. He has a lot of that emotional core of like how Cowboy inspired me, and the mentor, and someone I look up to who's helped me out and stuff. So yeah, check out episode 1 of the Saga. Pretty sure it comes out in like a couple days. And leave a comment down below. Have you ever met anybody like Cowboy Titanium? That was his actual stage persona. It was Cowboy Titanium. And yeah, he said because he had titanium inside of his face or something from surgery or something. I don't know. I believed it. I mean, it seemed pretty fitting. He had a really cool like theme song he would play. Yeah, he was a really good guy. And I learned a lot becoming homeless. I played a lot of music. I met a lot of people. And, you know, he taught me some things. Thanks for watching. For the animals, woo!